Alright, let's do this. I will start the clock a little late there. Right. So this category was designed after IGD. It actually allows us to get phase dash early game after the introduction. Allowed to, it's kind of more like a new plus style or version of the game. Phase dash has a lot of really cool tech, tricks, optimized. A whole lot of fun. A lot of cool speed tricks with it. Dashes and going out of bounds. We're actually able to go out of bounds left and right and up and down. So here's where it gives us the phase dash, kind of like the game plus mode. Just take a couple damage hits here. Die in this room. And that allows us to respawn with phase dash. If you die in the main room, actually it will remove the phase dash. This is a way to manipulate the game to let us keep item that you're not supposed to have early. However, if you die during the whole run, you lose all your abilities. That includes phase dash. So this run is deathless, except for that first death right there. Took in introduction. Starting off in the cemetery, we just do quite a few dashes just to get pretty much all of our early game until we get the Scroll of Kobe, which is speed shoes. Pretty much allows you to maintain momentum, keep running. There is a safety HP up here. We'll just grab. I skip this in my competitive runs. Got an ankle biter. Here we're going to go out of bounds and try to hit a trigger to get into this room and pick up some armor. Now the steel doors, they're a little bit more finicky than wooden doors. Wooden doors you can just kind of just break. Steel you have to actually clip through them. Pick up the notorious HP that I forgot. Let's do a little out of bounds here. Utilizing the out of bounds triggers with the phase dash. It has a lot of really cool tech. Definitely need to pick up the AR so you can have some gunpowder. Don't want to carry the SFU. Especially to fight off enemies. Even though we can just dash through it, there are certain spots that you need AR. I'm gonna go down here to pick up a weapon belt. It's pretty cool how we aren't able to sink to the bottom of the water, but we can still phase dash and use certain ledges and manipulate certain rooms underwater to give us early weapon belts so it'll help us speed up the boss time to kill. This is a pretty strategic left or right out of bounds to clip through there, and then to our first kind of repel skip. What you want to do is you want to try to get towards the right trigger and out of bounds into that space below the wood there. But in order to do this, you need to be low enough to hit that trigger and run against the wall. What I did there was I fell out of bounds, so it just pretty much reset the room. Now that's nice because there's a glitch later on that if you fall out of bounds, it doesn't reset the room and you just soft lock. So this repel skip is definitely more forgiving. And there we go, we got it. First try. I do have a split for that section. It was a little finicky. Alright, so we'll just keep dashing through. Almost to the scroll of Kobe, where the game just starts getting a lot faster and more technical with strats. Nice. It's huge. I'm gonna try and do a little movement manip here. Oh, almost. So if I carry that momentum on that last step, that means I would have been able to build up my dash, pretty much fly through this room from start to finish. Nope, with no issues at all. It's really nice for time save to hit that trick. If not, the other way is to wait till you get midway and find yourself on top of that ledge, and that'll send you the rest of the way, half. Get the swag for the full strat, or get it back up to save a little time. Go out of bounds. There's an infinite kind of wall jump. Just the hitbox is whenever you hit an input. So spam jump, do mini jumps to get to the top faster. You can hold down jump to increase your height. So there's a lot of different movement technicalities. It's a nice what I just did there. I should. Oh, almost. And here we're coming up to a pretty technical phase dash, a big time save. Oh, okay. So we're gonna just kind of go back and retry it, but we're not gonna reset the room because of the enemies. Except for this zombie might get in the way. I didn't build up enough speed. So we'll basically zip all the way down, straight down to the bottom of this room. The middle of these platforms are breakable, so it's a really nice time save to just come all the way down here, break that, and then start head this way towards the most important kind of artifact in the run, in my opinion. It's no knockback, so it allows us to just keep maintaining speed without getting knocked back from enemies. It's really nice. Right, so now we're going into our first kind of technical skip, where we need to break the wall with a phase dash but not go through it completely. Try that again. Alright, there we go. The reason why I don't want to phase dash through it, because if I super through it, I'll get stuck in the boss hitbox and I'll constantly take damage until the end of the cutscene, and you pretty much die every time you don't make it to the end of the cutscene. So switch into my D-pad, do this left or right out of bounds. Alright, first try. So it allows us to get past the invisible wall there. And we're able to get shimmy, which is going to make out of bounds 100 times easier. Alright. So we're out of there. We don't have to fight that boss right now. We'll come back to him later. There are a lot of really cool phase dash tricks where go from one end of the room to the other. Super dashes. So there's a lot of really cool technical tricks in this run. Kind of like that one. If I was in a better placement, I would have fallen all the way down here where I want to be. Here and get another weapon belt underwater. Alright. I'm gonna pick up Harpoon just because it melts with weapon swap glitch, and we're gonna pick up another weapon later on that also pairs really well with the Mercury Harpoon. Very careful here to not dash through here. There is a cutscene hitbox which will initiate the boss, so we want to stay very clear of that. Pick up damage increase, and a super dash to get across this room without fighting the boss. Alright. So that trick right there is you can soft lock in that room, but if you go out of bounds and do 3 like just small bunny hops to the left, or like 2 medium-sized hops, you can hit the cutscene. I guess the tunnel trigger won't soft lock you, so it's kind of a very technical and scary trick at the same time. Got the horse head yeet. ammo belt. Alright, now that is the full halfie. The Mummy Demastered version. Really nice zip, actually is used in sent out of bounds route. And it's a major time save to get it. Very technical. This is our second weapon that we pair with harpoon for maximum damage output. Here we are gonna go back to the very beginning, because the next repel skip is a immediate soft lock if you mess it up. So we're gonna save here and see how many times tries it is gonna take us to get it. But if it takes us too many times, I'm gonna have a backup save just in case we get to the next part of the run. But my first run, D-Rust, I got it on my try, so I have faith we can do it. First try. that jump is like frame perfect. I can't believe I just did it first try. Anyways, to continue on, it's awesome. That felt really good. You know it, another weapon belt. Create to increase maximum DPS. Alright, so we're going to stack up on health, and we are going to do what they call the RBO. Kill every boss reverse, starting with the final boss. It would be really cool if I got this new skip I found where it just actually allows you to skip the second phase of the final boss to save like who knows how much time. But it's frame perfect and it's very finicky. So I'm gonna pretty much kill Princess Aminette. She's gonna transform into this kind of demonic skull, and if you do the trick I was talking about, it basically she does her 3-cycle first phase. On the 3rd cycle, she has a longer attack phase, and at the very end of that attack phase, if you get her to like 1 HP and she teleports, if you kill her as she teleports or when she spawns within those few frames, she basically triggers death, and you don't even have to play this actual phase right here. And it was found by accident when I was running Reverse Boss Order and 0% with this new Game Plus mode. I'm gonna be careful on HP right now. We are like hits away and dying. Alright, final boss is dead. I know not how you persist, but this shall be our tomb. So we have a certain amount of time to escape. I did not get any of that HP, which is a problem. Which hopefully I have enough speed to get this dash. I do. Alright, so we're okay there. Pretty much right now, instead of completing the game, we are going to go back and out of bounds through this spot where it won't let you go, and now that we're out of bounds, we can backtrack. Get this HP up here just because I don't know what's gonna happen. I want to be safe. All right. So now we're gonna go fight Scarab. On the way up, we are gonna replenish our ammo, conveniently at the weapon belt right here. A little finicky movement, but there's actually a spot right here you can get HP too. And all these vertical rooms, we are just going out of bounds to get to the top. It's pretty much three different rooms we just went through quickly within that one vertical. Here we're gonna go through another series, which is 3 sections as well. Sometimes you have to go out of bounds again while you're out of bounds, and this is called double out of bounds. And basically you shimmy from the ceiling of one block of the while out of bounds and just clip through it with the same out of bounds technique. Here Scarab is just chilling in his little hole, doesn't even know what's gonna happen. Alright, I think I got it. I did. Okay, we're good. Come back down here. And we'll just do this and kill him inside his little cave before he even comes out to fight us. Alright, so Scarab's dead. Now we're heading to our famous Animus, who is the boss that we hit off screen, and we're actually gonna fight him. So we'll get to see what he looks like. So get more ammo before the next boss fight. So she's still summoning the bosses even though he destroyed her, and she, you know, was caved in, all the rocks and stuff. Whew. There's Anubis. Cheese boss. Nice. Just little tricks like that make this run so interesting. It really does. So we did come to the dragon boss earlier. That just reminds me that we need to fill up on ammo. Conveniently, this health kit that we just got is also an ammo box. So we're supposed to refill there immediately. And now we'll hit down. And this is the biggest skip in any percent right here is skipping this boss completely. We backdoored earlier in the run and skipped him. Now we are back to fight the infamous dragon, who's technically one of the harder bosses in the game for a casual blind play. Depending on your route, you know, coming here early without upgrades or not. Alright, that's it. And the funny thing about this boss is giant items. I don't know why it happens, but all the items are enlarged. Coming up to hardest, but the best and the coolest phase dash trick in the game. And I got it first try. We're able to clear 2 vertical rooms. It's an incredible time save. Since we don't have repel, we're able to use repel somehow because we have phase dash. It allows us to go out of bounds. The smart thing would have been to go out of bounds on the far right, so I wouldn't get hung up there. And the spider actually doesn't really get any love in this game. Do run him early in all bosses as the first fight. And it's actually a very tough fight to learn his patterns, especially with no upgrades, but since we're coming to him dead last, just doesn't hold up to our damage, how much damage we do with all the upgrades we got. So, see very quickly that this incinerates. Like that. Nice. Alright, so all the bosses are dead. Reverse. And we are going back to our helicopter checkpoint, which actually still, this helicopter checkpoint in this room are still the ending cutscene, so we just have to get back in the helicopter. And that's it. It signals game over, and that's reverse boss order. I want to give shout outs to Axmos from the community. He came together and kind of dug into the game and was able to create this this sort of assembly file where we obtain phase dash early, and open up some new categories for this game to get a little variety, a little spice. And with that being said, I was able to help route RBO with my buddy VGR and also Axmos himself. Oh, awesome! Us three got together and went around the strats for Repel and RBO and all different route and which items were more essential to get first. So I was able to beat this game under 12 minutes at 0% items as well. It's definitely another category. I think RBO is not really a mean category because it has a really cool significant replay value with it being ran in the other games in the speedrunning community. It's just kind of cool to see how you can manipulate the game to beat every boss in first order and still exit the game like nothing happened. Usually when you beat the final boss, it lets you lock into a in-game cutscene, etc. So credits more so. So showing off this category is would be really cool. And if you pick this run, I do have I'll have a couple people that are interested in commentating that help go over the route as well. So shout out to Austin, Ivan Smith, one of the devs of the game that sat on my couch at GDQ, and he was a great commentary and just a really cool person overall to meet. And yeah, that's it. So we're just coming up on final in-game time. Kind of like to stick around for the in-game time. Our leaderboards online do go off IGT, so you can be a competitive console player too. And I believe that almost all these strats work on console. Obviously, you can't have the new game version of the game where you get phase dash after the introduction, but still do all the cool out of bounds tricks in like 100% route, and 100% is so much fun. It's a lot of fun. And our IGT is 3127. Alright, cool. Probably do my estimate for 40 minutes for this game. And